I'm here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We are an emerging nation, and we are the United States of the world. And we're on a mission to banish poverty. We've been around for about 3 years, putting in some really solid foundations. And we're now in a position where we're building our economy to increase the liquidity and value of our currency for the benefit of all our members. Members, citizens, interchangeable words. Who can be a citizen of We Share Abundance? Literally anybody. I did say we are the United States of the world, and that is what we intend to be always. We welcome people from every country, colour, class, creed, gender, background, financial status, educational level, height, weight, age. We don't see those superficial differences. We see everyone just as a human being, part of one big family of humanity, all linked together. And we recognize that every human being is unique and so has something unique to offer our community, and so is of equal value to every other member of our community. Right. Having said that, we should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. And I'll be heading over there shortly to check on what's going on there because I can't see it from the app that we're in here. Here we can see YouTube and Twitch comments, but unfortunately not Facebook comments, and that's where we get most of the interaction. We'll be starting in a moment with a short prayer, and that prayer is to help us find true happiness in life, not short-term pleasure, true everlasting joy, happiness. And you can't buy that. There are lots and lots of people that have got pots and pots of money, and they're still not happy. They're still searching for something, and they don't know what it is. Do I need more houses, more boats, more cars, more power, more relationships? They don't know. And the answer is true happiness can only be found through loving service to others. And the great thing about that is once you adopt loving service to others as your modus operandi, your reason for being, your way of living your life, you'll find that not only are you so totally happy by spreading happiness and helping others, but everything that you want and need materially will just start happening for you. It'll start flowing towards you. So you can chase money, very, very difficult. Very few people are able to catch it. The ones that do can accumulate fortunes, but they're not necessarily happy. Or you can chase happiness. It's your choice. So that's what our little prayer's about. I'm going to just have a look at the chat section here in the app right now to see if we've got anybody in on YouTube. And we haven't. And usually we have Lewis in from Portugal early on, but I've not seen him yesterday or today. So a little bit concerned about Lewis. So keep all our members in your prayers. And one of the things that I often include in my prayers is to bless those in my thoughts, those that have asked for my prayers, and those in need of my prayers. And that, I think, covers the whole gambit. Okay, let's head over to Facebook. And when I get there, I'll be looking for We Share Abundance Publicly group. And when I get there, I'll be looking for the 26th, I think. Yeah, 26th of November. No, not November. I'm jumping too far ahead there. September. And we have that. So when I click to expand, hopefully that will bring up the comments panel. Oh, let me turn off my speakers to avoid any feedback. Okay, and we have Andrew Dean in from Auckland in New Zealand. We've got Kingsley from Manchester letting me know I'm coming through loud and clear. Thanks, Kingsley. We've got Norman in from Doncaster, UK. We've got Carl Lucas from New Zealand also. I signed up under you for Avazu with the 50 million pool. I am trying to do my own solo ads, not that successfully. Plus, I signed up for your solo ads co-op. I want to be a part of your team. I'm just wondering, how do I sign up somewhere if I should get a sale through my own efforts? How would that sale connect back to the team? I've also signed up for your viral traffic co-op and used Santa's gift as the URL. Is that correct? Okay, let me cover all that in a moment. Because first of all, I want to cover what we're about, which is We Share Abundance, and what we're doing with our own environment, nation. And what we are really involved with at the moment is getting our currency, which is now the Share Hope token, live on the Binance Smart Chain blockchain, and withdrawals of that token automated through our own internal exchange, which will guarantee you a good rate of exchange at um, in an instant and with no fees involved. Okay, so if you've got $300 worth of Share Hope tokens and you wanted to convert it into USDT BEP20 tokens, it's instant and it's converted at the rate that you expect, and there are no fees involved. So you end up with $300 worth of USDT. From there, you can take it out onto the blockchain, but that is the bit that we're missing at the moment. In fact, the exchange page hasn't yet been uploaded, but we've been testing it, working on it today, and it's looking good. It's looking good. We do need to complete that final bit where we have that automatic transfer to or from your wallet on the blockchain into our exchange. And Max, the guy who set up the way that we link your wallet into your account in We Share Abundance. He's our, really ours, he's just somebody, he's a freelance, and we've used him, we've employed him to do that because it's quicker than doing it ourselves, because he's more experienced in that field. And he's now coming in to do that link for us. Debiani and Max have been discussing it today. It's a bit above my head, and you'll see how far above my head it is in a moment, because when I get to explain a few other things. But um, but that is where we are, and we're hoping that that will be completed very soon. Once that is completed, we do have other tasks that we've got to complete, but I don't think they should take very long, and they're not connected with that process. They're connected with general things within our community. And once we've got that all completed, then there are other things that we want to do and improve. And we also want to make sure that we can automatically use the system to save the manual processing of withdrawals from the staking applications that we have. I see we've got Brazina in from Edinburgh in Scotland as well. So that's where we are, and I got a little bit sidetracked, and we've not had our prayer, but we'll have our prayer now, and then I'll come back and I'll talk about one or two other things. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love each member finds the joy of service, and through service attracts true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. And our affirmation, because we are, as I said earlier, a non-separatist organization, we don't recognize superficial differences. We just see everybody as a human being, regardless of gender, color, class, creed, whatever else, height, weight, age, language. It doesn't matter. And that affirmation goes like this: we are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, I see we've got Deborah in from Southern Alabama, USA as well. I don't think we mentioned her earlier on. No, we didn't, but she's she's in now, and she got in time for the prayer because I was late with it. So it worked in your favor, Deborah. Okay. Um, so that's where we are on automated withdrawals and the conversion, the completion of the conversion of our token onto the Binance Smart Chain instead of the Waves exchange. How long will it take? I don't know. Maybe tomorrow it'll all be done. I don't know. We have to test things as well. Whenever we do things, we test them first of all on our development server, and that's what we've been testing on today. And then when we put them onto the live server, things can go wrong, even though we've thoroughly tested them, and we'll be testing them on there as well. It takes time. We're only on Tuesday. I'm hopeful, very hopeful, that we'll get it all completed this week. Okay, so that's where we are with that. The manual payments have not progressed very much. Today, I've been involved in other things, and one of the main things I've been involved in is, and this will answer a lot of questions for Carl, who who's asked quite a lot of questions in his comments here in the group. We are doing a solo ad co-op, and we've closed entry into that now. We have people that are in that co-op, and we will be running with those people. There's not many of them, but we will get clicks at about 40 cents, which is pretty good in today's market from a reputable solo ad provider. And we will not be targeting the United States because they can't buy tickets. And we want to be, one, selling tickets, and two, putting people into our system to help them sell tickets. The purpose of all this is not only to help Havasu, which is an amazing cause, it's a wonderful program to help raise much needed cash for charities throughout the world, but it's also to help the people that are doing a little bit to promote the sale of Havasu raffle tickets get into what is an incredible, very short term, once in a lifetime opportunity to participate and share in a $50 million pool. The benefactors or the beneficiaries of that pool will be paid out as soon as that last Havasu ticket is sold because they have to sell 50 million tickets. You may think that's a lot, and it is, but it's a lot less than a lottery sells for a $1 billion prize in a lottery. They usually sell around about 300 million tickets for a $1 billion lottery. And that is once it gets to the $1 billion. They sold thousands and millions of tickets prior to that. It's usually a build up over a number of weeks to get to $1 billion. So the actual number of tickets that have been sold is well in excess actually of 300 million, but it's usually about 300 million for that $1 billion prize. So looking at it that way, 50 million isn't that big because they sell the majority of those tickets within 2 or 3 days before the draw. In fact, I think it's between 1 or 2 days actually. But anyway, there you go. So the potential to sell those tickets is very high. Once people know about Havasu, and most people now don't know about Havasu, and that's why this $50 million pool is just $1 taken off every ticket sale, put into a pool, and everybody that does a reasonable amount of promotion, very reasonable amount of promotion, gets to share in that $50 million pool. I don't think there'll be more than 1,000 people in, and that would mean that there would be an average of $50,000 per entry per person that is in that pool. We want to do everything we can to help people get into that pool, especially our members. So what do you have to do to get into that pool? Well, one, you have to have a ticket because that way you get your referral link for helping other people get a ticket and have the potential of getting into that pool, as well as winning, $1 billion. I think there are over 600,000 major prizes. So it's not just the $1 billion. I mean, there's 600,000 prizes in there. And if you don't win one of the major prizes, there are consolation prizes, meaning that 1 in 3 ticket holders will actually get a cash payout. So buying a ticket is pretty much a no-brainer for anybody that enjoys lotteries and raffles and this sort of thing. And also knowing that the bulk of the funds raised are going to help charity globally. So it's a good cause and it's a wonderful opportunity. This opportunity will only last until I think it's the 18th of November this year. Once we get to there, that's it closed. Boom. Anybody that's in the pool, that's fine. Anybody that would have qualified on the 19th, tough, sorry, you've got to qualify by the 18th of November 2023. This will never ever be repeated. They're not going to do this for the second raffle because once this first raffle is drawn and people know about it and know the Havasu name and it'll be all over television and everywhere else, one person winning $1 billion from one ticket because that's all that people are allowed. second, third, fourth, fifth raffles are just going to sell like hotcakes anyway. So it's not going to be repeated. This is a one-off time. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. And you don't have to sell personally very many tickets to get into that pool because it's not only your sales, but it's an additional two levels, which means the sales of anybody that you sell a ticket to and the sales of anybody that those people that you referred sell a ticket to. If everybody sold just 5 tickets, you would have more than enough to qualify and get in that pool. You would need a minimum of 100 points. You would have a minimum with if everybody sold just 5 tickets in that way, you would have a minimum of 135 points. The more points you have, the greater your share of that $50 million pool. So that's what Carl has been asking about, and it is a very limited time opportunity, and that's why we've run this co-op. And I want to tell you now that I should have placed that order yesterday. But what happened was All in One Profits, who I was going to put the splash page through and the email follow-ups through, was offline all day yesterday. So I have accounts with GoDaddy, not GoDaddy, GetResponse and Aweber, which are two of the market leaders in autoresponders, and I tried to sort out their landing pages and get a page up that I liked. And when I talked about me not being very technical earlier on in dealing with the exchange page that we're building, I'm not very technical, and honestly, I just found it so confusing to try and get the page that I wanted from either GetResponse or Aweber. I worked on it for quite a number of hours yesterday, and I don't like giving up. And I worked on it quite a few hours today, and I just couldn't get it done. But AIOP is back online today, but I didn't have time to do it there. And I'm sure I've set up pages like the one that I want in AIOP before. I don't exactly remember how, but I'm pretty sure that I can get that set up in a couple of hours tomorrow. And so I will be just ignoring GetResponse and Aweber. I'm not saying that their pages wouldn't be great and everything else. All I'm saying is, for me, I found it too complicated to get it done. So I'm going where I know I've done similar before, and we'll get that done, and it will be done tomorrow. We will then get the order placed. I have been talking to the guy that we're going with. He understands the situation, and he says, "Okay, no problem. I'll just keep my eye open for your order." So that is where we are. The order will go in tomorrow. How well will the campaign do? I don't know. Usually, I get very good response from solo ads. I don't know why. Maybe it's the intention behind what we go with. My intention with this solo ad is to help people. It's to help the people that receive the solo ad, and it's to help the people that are in the co-op from the solo ad. And I think if that's your intention, it comes over somehow, and it generates a good response. Can I guarantee that? No. We might get absolutely no one. But I'm hoping we'll get a good response. I never expect, but I often hope. Okay, expectation leads to disappointment. Hope springs eternal, doesn't it? So let's have a look at what Carl has been asking here. He's in the presumably he has a ticket in Havasu, and he is now promoting to try and get into the $50 million pool. As I say, you need 100 points minimum. The most you would ever need out of your own promotion and the other two tiers is the sale of 100 tickets to get into that pool. That's shared between what could be a lot of people. Okay, so he's trying to do his own solo ads, not that successfully. Solo ads um, are a little art form in their own way. What is your intention when you send a solo ad? It should not be to get a sale. It should be to get somebody to opt into your list. If you've got a good campaign going, you will get a few sales anyway. Let's suppose you've got 100 clicks going. You can expect probably with a decent ad, a decent copy, 25 to 30% opt-ins. So that's 25 or 30 people opting into your list. You can probably expect one or two buyers before they start receiving your follow-ups. That's all. You're looking at 1 to 2% that may buy, but your objective is to get them into that list. So if you've got 25, 30 people in your list, you then follow up with them, and they're probably going to see your offer on average 5 to 7 times before they buy. And if you understand that, and that is the process, then you can run your own solo ad campaigns based on that. Does it mean you're always going to get 25, 30%? No. Sometimes you might only get 10%, sometimes you'll get 50, 60%. I've had actually 80% opt-ins in the past. But make your intention to help the people. Okay, that's the main thing. Right, so he's done his own solo ad not successfully yet. But if you've got them on your list, follow up with them, and you may find that you have amazing success once you build that rapport with them. Okay, I want to be a part of your team, but just wondering how. If you bought a ticket through the We Share Abundance link, or even if you got a free ticket through the We Share Abundance link, you are in our team, Carl. And everything that comes through that team link, it's in my name, but everything that comes through that team link goes directly into We Share Abundance. I don't want any part of it. I want it all into We Share Abundance. Okay. So as long as you buy through the team link or somebody that is in our team and you bought through them, it all works. Okay. Um, do I sign up somewhere? No, you don't need to sign up somewhere. Once you've got your ticket, that's it. You're in. Okay. If I should get a sale through my own efforts, how would that sale connect back to the team? Because you are a part of our team, and through the levels, without trying to get into a diagram and a whiteboard and all that sort of thing, just imagine you sell 5 tickets. So that means there's 5 people in your team, because the people that you sell tickets to are automatically also in your team. Now, if those 5 people do the same as you and sell 5 tickets each, that is another 25 tickets sold. 5 selling 5, 25. So you've got that 25 plus your own 5, you've now sold 30 tickets. Now, if they're at the minimum level of $20, you've got 30 points. But if they're at the maximum level of $100, You've got 75 points. You only need another 25 to get qualified for the pool. So how do you get those? Well, those 25, if those 25 people all sell 5 tickets, that's 25 times 5 is 125 people. Then even if they're at that $20 level, that's enough just from that third level, 125 ticket sales, to qualify you for $50 million pool. So it all comes back, it all helps. It doesn't matter where the sales come from, whether they're generated through our solo ads, whether they come through We Share Abundance, whether they come because you happen to know your next door neighbor loves to get involved in raffles and lotteries and you talk to him about it, he buys a ticket. Doesn't matter where it comes from. It's all part of that team effort. So I hope that covers that part for you, Carl. Um, I've also signed up for your viral traffic co-op. Okay, yeah. Well, that will be going out. Well, we'll get the order placed tomorrow. It'll take a couple of days for it to go out, probably. So it'll be out by this coming weekend. And use Santa's gift as the URL. Is that correct? Oh, sorry, just a minute. Viral traffic co-op. Viral traffic co-op isn't mine. It's somebody else's. It's a program that I have used in the past. But yeah, um, that Santa's gift page I'm hoping will get you good results. Traffic co-ops do not produce massive results. They get a lot of hits, but the people that are viewing pages in traffic exchanges are not intending to get involved in whatever they see. They're intending to create credits or income for their own offers or for their own pocket. So it's got to be something special that actually catches their eye and they say, oh, yeah, okay. Viral traffic co-op, I think, usually produces something like 3,000 hits to a site. But out of 3,000 hits, if you get 3 to 5 sales, that would be exceptionally good. Okay? Don't expect, but hope that your intention to help people will attract them to your offer. I hope that's covered your points, Carl. If you've got any more questions, by all means, whack them into the comments list. Okay, I can't see any more there. I've lost track of it now with having done that. What else have we got going? The ROI tips team have not come back to me today. I'm still waiting for a response from them on the new campaign. The last campaign they set up, they said, can we go ahead with it now? And the answer was no, because the cost per lead was just too high. Okay, they've got one aspect of the campaign producing leads at $2, but the others were like at 8, 12, $15. And that is, you know, is not viable. We've got to get an average cost of $5 or less. So that's what they are now working on. But I haven't got anything back from them yet. It's frustrating. It's going to be close on a year since we first started the engagement with ROI tips to get this done. Hopefully it will be worth the time and effort that we've put in. Okay. Um, right. Carl says thanks. So hopefully I've answered your questions, Carl. Let me go back to the app and see if we've got anybody else in. Oh, Lewis is in. Okay, good. Lewis is in. He's from Portugal, Lisbon, and it's lovely to see him here. Okay, that has answered the questions. For those that don't watch regularly and wonder what's going on. Once we have the ROI Tips campaign and the Share Hope campaign all completed and running smoothly, there are other things that we will be working on. There are a lot of minor issues. They won't take very long, a week, 2 weeks to get sorted out at the most. Improvements. We're always seeking to improve things for our members. But after that, our main focus is, and even while those improvements are going on, my main focus will be on getting the Fun Miracle site operational. And I want to get that done as quickly as possible because it's going to take a while for that to build up and produce significant income for us. But once it starts producing that income, it will keep growing and growing and growing, and that income will be huge. It'll be fun, it'll grow our user base, and it will help people to generate income, potentially over $30,000 for winning just 7 games in a row. So that is something that I will be totally focused on once we get out of what we're doing now. The other thing that is of concern to people is the Visa token. And the Visa token was our original token, and I hold my hands if I allowed too many tokens out onto the exchange. I did it to try and help people because they said, let's have the tokens, let's have the tokens. And so I thought, yeah, okay. But what happened was everybody tried to sell the tokens now. There wasn't the demand for the tokens, so they dropped the price and they dropped the price. And instead of them being $300 like they were, they crashed and they're now at less than 1 cent each. And there is something like 20 million tokens on the exchange. So it's a big challenge to get those onto the Binance Smart Chain with a new token on that Binance Smart Chain, control the liquidity and push up the value. But that is what we will be doing, and that is also our focus. That will, of course, benefit everybody that is in the Multiply Visa website because it will mean that they will then have that extra income potential from that site, not just the advertising from that site. And the advertising from that site is very powerful. I do have some numbers for you. We had a net decrease of 8 in our registered members in the last 24 hours, down to 40,529. Net decrease, we took out, in fact, every day we take out a bunch of people that haven't logged in for 2 months. Most of the people we take out are people that signed up to see what it was about and never followed through. Some of the people are people that have, for whatever reason, misguidedly lost hope and decided that they can't be bothered following through. And we've got some people, we had one person the other day who had over $40,000 in his sharehold wallet, and then we've taken him out. Now, it doesn't mean he's lost that forever, because there will be ways that we will make available for him to come back, but it means that he can't build on that, expand on it, or do anything with it unless he comes back in and qualifies and makes sure that he is the right person, the person that actually owns that account. So it's sad, but it is what it is. So we had a net decrease of 8 down to 40,529. We always get a lot of new registrations, and usually the registrations outweigh the removals, but not always. It can go either way. We had an increase of 17 in our active members to 4,809. These are people that are logging in every day, and most of the increases that we get there are new members that come in and join and qualify through KYC and various other bits and pieces that most of you know about. Multiply Visa, no change in the registered members or the number of members that have bought advertising, and no change in the bonus score. That will, once we get onto that Visa token and start moving it through the Visa, Multiply Visa um, account, not account, what's it called? Domain. Domain. We will start to see that increasing and people starting to make money again from that. Okay. Right. I think we get back to the app here. We have a look, and that's it. Okay, so there's nothing else there. That's it from me for today. I'll be here same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, in our Facebook group. We share abundance publicly. Until then, get out there, be We the Warriors. Sell some tickets. You never know where that's going to lead. You sell one ticket to somebody. That person might only sell one ticket, but it might be to somebody who said, wow, $50 million, I'm going to have a go at that. And he can blow this out of the water just on his own and push that one ticket holder that you sold to and yourself, boom, into the pool. And once you're in there, you're guaranteed to make thousands of dollars. You're guaranteed to make thousands of dollars. It's even worth paying $2,000 for 100 people to have a $20 raffle ticket to get into that pool. That pool is so powerful. $2,000 is going to change into 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 or more. It is that important, and it is only available once in a lifetime, and it's going to end on the 18th of November. Do all you can, go the extra mile. Until tomorrow, be we the warriors, and I'll see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. Come on. See you later, alligator. When we all get together one day, we'll do this and we'll all sing in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator.